Hello and welcome to today's chart analysis video. It is Saturday, the 22nd day of February 2014. My name is Derek. Let's take a look at silver on the daily time frame. Follow that up with the US Canadian dollar exchange over the last 5.5 years or so. And the silver charted Canadian dollars again over the last 5.5 years. Let's get started now. The last chart I showed for silver was a week ago on the Friday, where it had been in this sideways range, breaking past the resistance of 20 and low change, 20 and a third, and a major move up at 11:26 a.m. on that date. It was up 4.12%, approaching this significant Fibonacci level. If this was an area you wanted to short because it got there, you got your butt destroyed because it did not find resistance there. No, it found liftoff support, which tells me, okay, you come up to this level, you really don't pull back at all, and then you come back very quickly to this level, continue the higher gains. You haven't seen this level since, but on the short week, just really 3 days on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday of going sideways, bull flag formation, holding onto the gains. But this makes this very difficult for me to use the pattern of, you've been in a downtrend, you go sideways, now what I want to see is for it to break above established resistance, done, and then I want it to establish resistance. Well, this is established resistance right now, higher than expected, pull back to the 18 average, and then when it breaks established resistance, boom, bull market. So it still hasn't pulled back, which means there's no surprise if this continues to go higher, but it is in need of short-term correctionary moves. And that's when the key date or the key point will happen, when it does manage to come back towards here. It's very difficult to say over the next few sessions what's more likely to occur. We'll say between, I don't know, 2280 and 2080. Very difficult to say what will happen first, but that's how I'm reading this chart as of now. We'll take a look at silver very soon in Canadian dollars on a more longer term time frame. But before we do, let's take a look at the US dollar, Canadian dollar, going back to September of 2008. Now this occurred when the whole market collapse was coming into play, which is what explains this massive volatility from the outset of this chart. This high is very much a key high, as would this low be a key low. From that point, a move right up to the first significant Fibonacci level, where it then went into a sideways range. Well, over the last few weeks, it has broken past this range. It's been in an uptrend pretty much since around here, and it's right in the middle of this line and this line. As we can see, the current retracement is 51.1%. The price is 111.3. So therefore, if you're a Canadian, we'll say, or if you're just trading this period, you get 11.3% more Canadian dollars than you do with American dollars, or anything priced in US dollars, you get 11% more. So therefore, silver's at about 22. Well, it's 11% more in Canada, for example. But anyway, when I'm looking at this, I can now tell myself that I can put myself a price target objective for 1.153 or 15.3% to occur relatively soon. I'd have to think this year. However, you're in one of those spots where I cannot tell what should occur first. A move here, or B, a pullback down to this previous level. I think the chances again are high that it comes here, but I don't know if it's going to come here and then go like that, or if it's going to go up to this point without finding support at this key level. I do like the looks of this setup in that playing that paper game. You come up to this level, maybe you put a short order in, for it when it comes to 115.3. At the same point, maybe you put a long order in for when it comes down to 1.067, which is what this line is at. Now, when you look at and break it like this, this tells me two things. A, we're going to have a move here, or we're going to have one heck of a failed breakout. Because if it doesn't go here, and it comes back down, does something like this, maybe it comes up, pulls a lower high, and then moves down like that, then I would be stating for this move to be a failed breakout and expecting a large move to the downside. But for now, that's just something to keep your eye on. I'm fully expecting high probability odds that it does make it to this level this year. And again, I wouldn't be surprised if it comes here, you have a decent retracement. And if it comes down here, we'll probably bottom in that area and then eventually make it up to 115. So that will be it for the US Canadian chart. And let's finish this off within silver in Canadian dollars, going back to the same time period, 24.26. And within this, we can look at this high. The high in the United States dollar was 49.81. Now, I don't know what the exact level was, but it's very close to this, 47.62. All I did was take what the exchange rate was that day for Canada from the 49.81 high, and it turned out to 47.62. And this low, which in the United States was 8.46, $10.80 for the Canadian level. But anyway, support found, just like it was, the same chart pretty much for the United States, multiple times in here. And then more often you test support, more likely you take it out. There, took it out down to this level. And now a pattern that's looking like a double bottom is seeming to form, where you go down, and then you make a move to some resistance point. That's the resistance point. Then you come back down close to the previous low, a little above or a little below is fine. This is a little above, and now it's rallying. So therefore, I'll be looking for this to come back to this line, and that would be a bullish setup if it does get there. It hasn't gotten there yet, but something to look at as well. It's been in a downtrend since in here, and for the first time has gotten above this 18 average. We'll see, of course, now if it's able to break it out. Just changing the Fibonacci points just a little bit. We have this high, which is 26.31 Canadian. This low, which is 19.18 Canadian. You take the high, divide it by the low, which we see down the bottom, put that number to the power of 61.8%, and then multiply the low again, 23.32, which is somewhere in here. So that the last few days we have seen in here where it's been holding above this point here, tells me that it's been holding above this Fibonacci line very well also. So again, I'm liking the odds that it should make a move up towards this point in here. Again, I'm fully expecting silver to have significant breakouts. I'm surprised that the move was as long as it was. Not that it went down so much, because I was not surprised too much that it went down to 20, but I didn't think it would have taken multiple years. I figured multiple months to get there. However, the information for fiat currency's creation and its fundamentals really scream that this would be going a lot higher. And that's how I'm playing it. Whether I'm wrong or right, well, time will tell. But my wager, my bet, is for the US currency and all other fiat currencies to fail, and gold and silver will win in the end. That's my wager. How you want to play it, it's up to you. Thank you for tuning in.